I am Paulo D of Cage Legacy and the MMA Opinion. I am joined on the line today by Matthew Whyte of Full Power. Matthew fights Craig McGrattan in a featherweight contest on April 3rd at Cage Legacy, the Aftermath, live on pay-per-view. Just to kick things off, I suppose, I know you've come from a kickboxing background, so I just wanted to kind of figure out where you started your journey in martial arts and how it got you to where you are now. So tell me a little bit about your background.
Well, I started off boxing when I was about 11 years old, and I was doing that for about 10 years, and then I joined in MMA while I was doing that, and then just started off from there, and started kickboxing, then won a few titles, then I tried MMA for a while, but I wasn't really focusing on jiu-jitsu back then.
Yeah.
But and I took a few losses, but then those losses made me realise that I had to like work on the ground game, just
put in the work,
keep pushing for that, yeah. So now I just feel like I'm ready to go.
Excellent stuff. And what titles did you win in kickboxing?
Well, I have the Cage Legacy Kickboxing Championships, and then I have ISKA, and then I have the TFC Irish title up in Belfast.
Very good.
Those are 3 Irish titles, yeah.
Excellent stuff. And this camp in particular, how was training going with the pandemic and everything that's going on in the world? How difficult has it been putting a camp together for it?
It's been hard enough. Well, it's the training's been good, but sure, it's been hard because you can't really get a lot of teammates up to do a lot of sparring and stuff like that. So, but we're getting the rounds in anyway with the fellas that I can get the rounds in, and then. Yeah, it's going good. I can't wait to get in there and just get over and done with.
Excellent stuff. Now, tell me a little bit about this event and what it means to you. Obviously, this is the first event in over a year in Ireland, and it's a significant one in the sense that we didn't know when MMA was returning with everything that's going on. So what does it mean to you as a young amateur athlete to be able to fight and to be able to showcase what you've been doing over the last year and a half?
It means a lot. Cage Legacy is after doing a really good job so far, getting the show to go ahead and all that stuff. So, and I can't wait to just get in there and just get it done. Hopefully, get the finish.
Excellent.
So it's
yeah. You're no stranger yourselves to the Cage Legacy cage. Obviously, you've mentioned the Cage Legacy kickboxing title, and you've had a couple of bouts in MMA with them as well. So with this one, it's going to be a little bit different. There's no crowd. So what are your expectations for this one, given that there's no crowd? Is it less or more pressure?
I think it's less pressure because there's not really that much eyes on you, but sure. It doesn't really bother me, to be honest. The crowd doesn't matter when you're in there. It's just you're focused on your opponent. That's just it.
Very good. And I suppose you won't know until you're at the arena and the different feel as well. But even for warm-up and stuff like that, is it going to be a kind of an alien concept? Is that a good environment to be in for you? Do you kind of thrive in that environment?
I think I'd rather with no crowd. It's kind of sort of less pressure. So it feels like there's not a lot of eyes on you. So just can't wait to get in there and just show off what I've been practicing for the past 4 years of my life now, nearly.
Very good. And your opponent, of course, Craig McGrattan of Team KF. He is predominantly a jiu-jitsu player, and you mentioned earlier about the focus on jiu-jitsu. Is the game plan still to keep this one on the feet where possible, or are you happy to get down there and roll around with him?
Yeah, I'll roll around with him or stand with him, but it doesn't bother me, to be honest. But I'd be looking to strike him, but as soon as he feels my striking, I guarantee he'd be shooting for
he's shooting down.
So.
Very good. Yeah. And what would it feel like to get your first win under the Cage Warriors banner in an MMA contest? Is that something that you've kind of dreamed towards over the last year and a bit?
Yeah, I just can't wait to get in there and just get it done with, Paul. Like, this once it's done with, all the pressure's off. Then once I'm in there, that's it. Once that bell goes,
exactly. Yeah. And we're asking all the fighters to tell us something that we don't know about them. So what don't we know about Matthew Whyte?
Oh, that's a tough question there, Paul.
This stumps a few people, yeah.
What you don't know about me? Well, I'm an animal.
Do you have any hobbies outside the cage that might be of interest, or is your life just solely focused on training and...
Focused on training, really. Yeah, that's just it. Focused on training.
Yeah, very
don't really
good.
have any other hobbies but this. this is more or less my life. Like.
Dedicated to the fight game. Before we let you go,
Yeah,
Matthew,
yeah.
I'm going to ask you where we can find you on social media and if you have any shout outs you would like to do.
Yeah, I'd like to dedicate this fight that I'm having now in cage to my granny. She recently passed away.
My condolences.
I'd like to give a shout out to Declan Kenna, all the boys at the gym for helping me with this camp. Yeah, that's about it.
My sincere condolences for the loss of your nan. Where can we find you on social media?
Oh yeah. Matthew Whyte 123 on Instagram, and then Matthew Whyte Lightning on Facebook. We have an athlete page there, so all you head over there and give it a like.
No problem at all. Be sure and tune in on April 3rd. Matthew Whyte takes on Craig McGrattan in a featherweight contest live on pay-per-view. Thanks for joining me today, Matthew.
No worries, Paul. It's good talking to you.
Excellent stuff. Thank you very much.
Larry.